Nightman is an American action-adventure sci-fi series that aired in syndication from September 15, 1997 to May 17, 1999. The series is loosely based on the Nightman comic book published by Malibu Comics, which was later purchased by Marvel Comics through its Ultraverse imprint, and was created by Steve Englehart. Englehart also wrote 3 episodes of the series. It was developed for television by Glen A. Larson. The show stars Matt McComb as the title character, a superhero whose real name was Johnny Domino, a saxophonist. Nightman is also one of the few series to cross over with characters from Larson's previous series. In the episode Manimal, Johnny allies with Professor Jonathan Chase, the star of the short-lived 1980s series Manimal. Plot summary: Johnny Domino is a well-known San Franciscan jazz musician who was accidentally struck by a lightning bolt in a freak cable car accident. The strike allows him to telepathically recognize evil but robs him of the ability to sleep. Although Nightman has no other superhuman powers of his own, he owns a special bulletproof bodysuit that gives him several abilities, including flight, holographic camouflage style invisibility, and advanced sight functions through the round red lens over his left eye, including the ability to see in the dark and fire a laser beam. Although he often fights new enemies in each episode as the series progresses, his nemesis is computer technology's billionaire Kieran Keyes, who would slay Johnny's father, Frank Domino, in the premiere of the second and final season. Cast: Matt McComb as Johnny Domino, Nightman, a saxophonist who was struck by lightning while playing inside a cable car. As a result, his brain gains radio-like properties, able to pick up certain frequencies. He is now tuned on the frequency of evil, which enables him to hear evil thoughts and doers wherever he goes. He wears a bulletproof bodysuit, as well as an anti-gravity belt that enables him to fly, a cape with holographic camouflage-style invisibility properties, and a mask with a round red lens over his left eye, which includes the ability to see, aim in the dark, and fire a laser beam. Earl Holliman as Frank Domino, Johnny's father and former police detective. As a result of production being moved to Vancouver, Canada for Season 2, he is killed by villain Kieran Keyes in the premiere of Season 2. In the comics, this character was named Eddie Domingo, who worked as a security guard and was Nightman's sole confidant. Derek Webster and Erwin Jordan as Raleigh Jordan, Johnny's friend and confidant, as well as the developer of Nightman's armor. Felicia M. Bell as Jessica Rogers, owner of the House of Soul, the club where Johnny performs. Her character was axed in Season 2 after production moved to Vancouver, though she does appear in 2 episodes. Michael Woods as Lieutenant Charlie Dan, Frank's former partner and apprentice. His character was axed in Season 2 after production moved to Vancouver. Jane Heitmeyer as Lieutenant Brian E. Branca, a detective who investigates criminal actions in Season 2. Guest appearances: Patrick McNee as Dr. Walton, John is psychiatrist, usually advises him on how to use his newfound abilities. Taylor Dane as Carla Day, a singer who was Johnny's love interest. Although she only appeared in the pilot episode, she is mentioned a few more times during the series run. Enuka Okuma as Crystal, a singer who works at the club. Fabiana Eudenio as Rachel Lang, an alien villainess who approaches and hypnotizes Johnny in order to discover Nightman's secrets and use his powers for her own will. Shane Brawley as Joran Chrome, a supervillain who uses telekinetic powers granted to him through the same lightning bolt that struck Johnny. He seeks to take over Bay City and destroy Nightman, but is overpowered and defeated by him. He later reappears and joins forces with Rachel Lang to destroy Johnny and discover Nightman's secrets. In the end, both are defeated for good. Jacinda Barrett as Lucy Devlin, Celine, a monstrous witch sorceress who assumes a female human form. She is hired by Jessica as a magician entertainer at the House of Soul anniversary party, but she inadvertently uses black magic techniques to send Charlie, Frank and Raleigh to another dimension. After Nightman saves them and travels to his own dimension, he is able to overcome her tricks and defeat her. However, by the end of the episode, it is unclear if the whole thing was reality or just one of Johnny's dreams. Rick Young as Chang, a Chinese diplomat whose goal is to cause a third world war using a high-technology neutron cannon weapon. Simon McCorkindale as Jonathan Chase, the titular hero in the Manimal episode. In addition, Little Richard, Jerry Springer, and Donald Trump made special appearances as themselves in Whole Lotta Shaken, House of Soul, and Face to Face, respectively. Episodes, awards and nominations. Comics version, published by Malibu Comics for its Ultraverse line. The comic book Nightman gained his powers from an accident. A piece of shrapnel became embedded in his head after his vehicle was struck by a cable car that had been hit by a burst of energy known as a jump start. The energy is later found to originate from the Entity, an alien starship which had crashed on the moon. Nightman jump-started, but the passengers of the cable car were also, some of which went on to form the Strangers. This version of Johnny Domino, while not unconditionally telepathic, could hear evil thoughts, could see in the dark and did not require sleep. His costume and equipment were merely makeshift items from hardware stores and the like, plus a Kevlar vest his father lent him. His father was a former police officer turned security guard at a San Francisco Coney Island-type amusement park called Playland. Based upon the real-life Playland, he used both a gun and a taser to fight crime, though the gun was only used as a last resort and even then, never used to kill. This version did not fly, but he used a grappling hook and rope to swing about the city, in addition to a used motorcycle he bought in the first issue as a means to transport himself quickly. A final difference, though minor, pertains to Johnny Domino's legal name. In the comic book, his name is Johnny Domingo and his father's name was Edward Domingo. During the series, Nightman meets and befriends the Freaks, a group of super-powered teenagers on the run. In addition to dealing with his own problems, Nightman promises to watch out for them. Unfortunately, he must deal with the death of one of the team, Plug, murdered by the Ultra Killer Rafferty. Issue 1 was drawn by the character's designer and co-creator Derek Robertson. Two Nightmen. In October 1994, Malibu Comics was purchased by Marvel Comics. In a drastic attempt to gain new readers, the Ultraverse was given edicts from the new owner, and various Marvel elements began popping up in the monthly Ultraverse titles. Apart from this, Nightman becomes involved in corporate espionage, being caught between several opposing sides. He encounters the superhero team, the Solution, and the haunted suit of super armor, Tech Knight. One Marvel storyline centered on mainstay Marvel Universe villain Loki searching for the Infinity Gems which had been stolen by the ancient, intergalactic vampire known as Rune. One such gem, the Reality Gem, was discovered by the Nightman who, through trickery from a Loki, began creating various other Nightmen, each one the result of a simple choice he made while wielding the gem. Eventually, what appeared to be the original Nightman used the gem to eliminate all of the doppelgangers, leaving only himself and one additional Nightman. When asked by Loki if they'd reached a decision upon surrendering the gem to him, the initial version surrendered his gem, while the double vowed to stop Loki and charged towards him, only to be destroyed by the God of Mischief. Loki then left in search of other Infinity Gems to collect, and the surviving Nightman went off on his own way. However, as the god of mischief, Loki resurrected the Nightman it killed, whom began to continue where the original left off. The double found out that an imposter was living his life, tracking the real Johnny Domino down. They engaged in a fight that was only stopped by the sudden reappearance of an old foe, Rhiannon. She offered power to both men, more specifically magic. Johnny Domino refused, but the other Nightman accepted Rhiannon's offer. Johnny tried to stop his double but was knocked out by Rhiannon. The pair made their escape to Stonehenge to prepare for the rituals that would grant this Nightman magic, while the original, recovered from being knocked out, found himself in hot pursuit. The rituals were completed and the double did indeed gain the powers promised to him, but at a cost that Rhiannon had fueled her own life with, gaining and maintaining magic through cannibalism, a choice the double made willingly if it would help him defeat evil, and using the argument that the Nightman has always evolved when it comes to threats against the innocents. His costume also transformed as a result, becoming more Celtic in style. His long hair was now worn in matching locks, and instead of a mask, he now sported a crescent-shaped tattoo on the left side of his face, along with a floating eyepiece similar to the original look of the Nightman, and his other eye was now red. The original Nightman arrived and tackled his now magic-enhanced double, but due to the instantaneous reality-changing events unfolding elsewhere in the Ultraverse known as Black September, a portal opened up at Stonehenge, swallowing the original Nightman and transporting him to the Marvel Universe, while the double resumed the original's life as both Johnny Domino and the Nightman. The original Nightman was stuck in the Marvel Universe, where he presumably continues today. Steve Englehart has stated on his official website that it pitched the idea of writing 2 monthly Nightman comics, one centering on the Magic Nightman taking place in the Ultraverse, with the other book taking place in the Marvel Universe and centering on the original Nightman as he tries to make his way in a world that's unfamiliar to him. Unfortunately, the higher-ups at Marvel were not interested, and that was one of the deciding factors which led Englehart to leave what was left of Malibu Comics.